LLC. And could we have roll call, please?
Yes. Board Member Van Gordon.
Here.
Board Member Pitts.
Here.
Board Member Moe.
Here.
Board Member Rodley.
Here.
Board Member Stair.
Here.
Chair Woodrow.
Here.
Board Member Pictionary.
Present.
And Board Member Burney.
We lost Board Member Burney.
We'll keep an eye out for when he pops up in the participant box.
Okay. I will read the instructions. As we begin our meeting tonight, I would like to ask members of the audience who are joining us by phone or online, please keep yourselves on mute until you are called to provide public testimony. There are times designated for public testimony this evening and will be listed as business from the audience and public hearing. If you are joining us online with a tablet, smartphone, phone, or computer and wish to speak during that time, please use the raise hand feature. When you are called upon, please state your name. Your general testimony is as follows. Anyone who has raised their hand, their virtual hand, anyone who has submitted emails into the record. First order of business.
Chair, our first item of business is business from the audience. We'll ask that anyone that would like to speak under business from the audience raise their hand and using the raise hand feature. We have one hand raised now. Daphne Mantis, and you should be able to unmute your microphone, Daphne.
Do I start?
Yes, Daphne, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm Daphne Mantis. I live on West D Street in Springfield. The problem I am addressing is that neither Localis Partners nor Glenwood Development LLC comply with the Glenwood Refinement Plan. The GRP provides a guiding principle for development that is embodied in the Willamette River Open Space Vision and Action Plan endorsed by the Springfield City Council in 2010. The vision is that development, and I'm quoting, incorporates the river as an important amenity, preserves the scenic quality enjoyed by recreational users and residents, provides river access to people of all ages and levels of mobility, and seeks opportunities to model river stewardship and educate people about riparian ecosystems. And that's page 18 of the GRP. In the open space section, beginning page 97, GRP incorporates the Willamette Lane Parks and Recreation District for the Riverfront Linear Park, a continuous linear park from I-5 bridge to the southern tip of the urban growth boundary to coincide with the state riparian and Willamette Greenway setbacks. And in the Franklin Riverfront, the park should be 150 feet in width from the top of the riverbank. The linear park is to provide, and again, I'm quoting, a visual and physical connection between Franklin Boulevard and the Willamette River. And that's page 15 in the Willamette Lane Park Plan and page 9 in the GRP. There's both proposals instead provide significant barriers to both the visual and physical connection to the Willamette River. To the extent these proposals are motivated by the tax benefits of the Opportunity Zone, I urge SEDA to examine the studies that conclude how there has been little to no economic benefit to lower and moderate income people in the community, and concludes also that it's been so far a windfall for developers and exacerbated gentrification. I asked SEDA to show me and the community how either of these development proposals comply with the standards set out in the Glenwood Refinement Plan.
Thank you. Neil, do we have someone else?
Yes, Chair, the next speaker is Shannon Wilson, and Shannon will be followed by Ben Cooper. Shannon, you should be able to unmute your microphone now.
Hi there. I guess you can hear me all right.
We can hear you, Shannon.
I'm Shannon Wilson. I live at 3910 East 17th in Glenwood. I've lived here since 1994, permanently, I guess, sort of. Well, I probably couldn't say much better than Daphne Mantis did about the Glenwood Refinement Plan and other plans. But yeah, like I said before, is I sent in a bunch of questions at the April 25th meeting to all the city councilors and Joe Burney. I don't know if those questions have been addressed in subsequent meetings or discussions. I would like to see those questions addressed. I think there was probably about 15, maybe even 20 regarding different issues and concerns that the Glenwood residents and myself have about this mega project proposals. But anyway, yeah, we would like to just see a transparent process here. None of the city councilors or the mayors contacted me. I think maybe one city councilor after the 25th meeting hasn't contacted me, so I don't know if those questions were addressed or not. But anyway, hopefully those will be addressed, and there'll be a transparent process. Thanks.
Okay, Chair Woodrow, our
Yes.
next speaker is Ben Cooper, and I'll just let you know we are trying, Commissioner Burney is trying to get in and we're working on that.
Okay.
Ben, you should be able to unmute your microphone.
Okay, hello. This is Ben Cooper. I live at 288 North Brooklyn Street in Glenwood, and I just wanted to say that I really appreciate what Daphne had to say, and I second what she said about the proposals for our neighborhood here, and also to second what Shannon said. I appreciate what both those folks said, just that I hope that there can be more transparency throughout this development process. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Neil, do we
Chair-
have anyone else?
I apologize, Chair. It appears that Ben is our last speaker.
Okay. So our next item,
Next item is public hearings. You have one public hearing tonight with the motion. The public hearing number 1 is supplemental budget resolution number 2. Neil Obringer is here for the staff report.
Good evening, board members. This item is supplemental budget number 2 for FY21. The specific items included in this supplemental are described for you in Exhibit A of the resolution. Staff requests that the board hold a public hearing tonight and then take action on the item. And I'm happy to take any questions from the board once you hold a public hearing.
so should we take questions or public hearing? What order, Neil?
Sorry, I think that was directed to Neil Obringer. Sorry, there's too many Neils on the screen.
No, it's Neil Ladati. Which
Okay.
order are we supposed to be going in?
Typically, we open the public hearing.
Okay. I do not have the wording in front of me, so I would like to open the public hearing regarding the supplementary budget for SEDA. Do we have anyone speaking to this?
Chair Woodrow, it appears we have one hand. It may be a hand that I neglected to put down, so I will ask Ben Cooper. I believe I put your hand down. I see it back up. Were you wanting to speak on this item? Okay, I don't believe so.
Okay. Then I will close the public hearing and I will ask for any questions from the board of Neil Oberger. Steve?
Yeah, just clarification. The Glenwood Cedar Fund was $1.7 million, and we're adding 109,000 to it, so it's going to be 1,900,000, and we're going to be approving that, I assume. Then the downtown general fund is now 2.1 million, and we're adding actually quite a bit to that. I'm not arguing with that. That's just what it is. It's going to be 3.074 million, and I guess that's exactly what we're doing. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm good. Thanks.
Any other questions? Then I would assume we're ready for a motion.
I'd make a motion.
Steve, to
I make a-
approve the supplementary budget?
Yes. You want me to read it out or what here?
Yes, please.
Okay, a motion to adopt a resolution adjusting resources and requirements of the SEDA Glenwood General and SEDA Downtown General Funds.
Second.
Joe Pishneri seconded. So we have a roll call vote, Neil?
Board Member Van Gordon,
Yes.
Board Member Pitts,
Hey.
Board Member Moe,
Yes.
Board Member Rodley,
Yes.
Board Member Stair,
Aye.
Chair Woodrow,
Yes.
Board Member Pishinari,
Yes.
and Board Member Bernie.
Yes, he's back.
All approved, no negatives. And I'm sorry, I do not have the agenda in front of me.
No
Other than
problem.
going on to the
No
next
problem.
item, please.
Yes, we can go to old business, item number 1 under old business, and there is a motion with this item. Glenwood real property discussion. Courtney Greasel is here for the staff report.
Evening. We are here requesting the board's authorization to authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute a purchase and sale agreement for a half-acre size site in the Glenwood Riverfront area. It includes 2 tax lots, tax lot 501 and 600, for a total purchase price not to exceed $688,000. This is a property that was brought to the board at the end of last year, 2020, by the property owner desiring to sell to SEDA. And the price identified reflects the December appraised value. We would also work with the property owner to complete an environmental phase 2 assessment and deduct that cost, as well as any costs associated with findings of that report in our negotiations with them. If the board is amenable to that, then this evening's request is that you authorize the city manager to have us move forward under those terms and execute that purchase and sale agreement, which would likely occur in this calendar year. Although we are not necessarily rushing it and open to a longer close should the seller desire it. Here for any questions.
I have a comment. It doesn't have anything to do with the sale, but I want to bring it up now so everybody remembers it. The west side of that building is a checkerboard of windows, all different kinds. In blighted area, there's a syndrome of broken window syndrome, which makes a blighted area looks much worse than it is. Somewhere, I'd like to see all those match. It doesn't have anything to do with this sale, but I want to throw it in there so somebody will help me. I'll help you remember it later, but I'd like to see something done with those. That's all.
Sounds like a run to discount windows.
There's a lot of them.
Any other questions? So are we ready for a motion?
Can I make a motion?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I motion to authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute a purchase and sale agreement for 0.5 acres of real property located in the Glenwood Riverfront area, map 17-03-34-42, tax lots 501 and 600, for a total purchase price to SEDA of no more than $688,000.
Second.
Motion and seconded by Joe. Roll call vote, please.
Board Member Van Gordon,
Yes.
Board Member Pitts,
Hey.
Board Member Moe,
Yes.
Board Member Rodley,
Yes.
Board Member Stair,
Aye.
Chair Woodrow,
Yes.
Board Member Pictionary,
Yes.
and Board Member Bernie.
Yes.
All in favor, no negatives. I believe that concludes our business in this SEDA session.
That's correct.
Okay. Then I will thank everybody for your patience and endurance tonight and adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Thanks for putting up with me. Good night.
Oh, Steve.
All right.